It's been 75 years since college basketball's first major gambling scandal. Not all that much has changed. Odds are, there won't be any ads about it over the next 3 weeks of the NCAA Tournament. But college basketball is celebrating an anniversary this year. It was 75 years ago that the New York District Attorney announced the arrests of 32 college basketball players as part of a sweeping sting operation into point shaving that eventually included 86 games, 17 states, and $72,000 in bribes, more than $900,000 in today's money. The fallout prompted the screed from Clair Bee, a future Hall of Famer who was then the head coach at Long Island University. That brings us to the athletes of today, to the boy who possesses great athletic ability, who has been spoiled by the adulation of his parents, friends, sports fans, and the press. Success has come too easily, and he feels there is no ceiling upon the rewards to which he is entitled. Most colleges and universities provide their athletes with splendid opportunities to secure an education which, after all, is the chief objective. But that has ceased to be enough. The boy feels he is entitled to even more financial compensation, a bonus, car, or a job for his father or mother, or all of these combined. Stunned that 3 of his players were swept up in the scandal, the disillusioned Bee penned those words as part of a first-person catharsis in the New York Journal-American. Time is, in fact, a flat circle. 3/4 of a century later, coaches remain aggrieved that their players are equal parts coddled and entitled, and the sport is in the throes of yet another point-shaving scandal. 20 people are alleged to have hatched a game-fixing scheme that affected 17 teams, 29 games, and at least 39 players that I suppose there is good news buried in there somewhere. The sport, at least, is an orange-dimpled cockroach. Despite regular instances of self-inflicted harm, it refuses to be killed. Amid cries about NIL, the transfer portal, and the point-shaving allegations ruining the sport, viewership for college hoops is up everywhere. CBS, ESPN, and Fox all reported jumps in viewership, turning this season into one of the most watched in years. But it is illustrative to dig through old newspaper reports about the point-shaving scandal from 1951 and compare it to what's happening today. That is to say, people cared back then. The scandal absorbed headlines and led to tearful admissions of guilt and recriminations from coaches. Hilariously, some things truly don't change. Administrators formed a committee which discovered that gambling is, in fact, a problem but offered no tangible solutions. We believe that the recent gambling expose has grown out of a laxity on the part of college administrators to uphold the standards which would discourage such practices, wrote John Bunn, the head coach at Springfield, on behalf of the committee. Entirely too much emphasis has been placed by the schools on income and winning the game. We have found vicious and often illegal recruiting practices and an overemphasis on winning teams and the income therefore. And a New York politician got in on the act. Lewis Holler urged speedy congressional action on his resolution for an investigation and, in response, Congress didn't act, but everyone else did. The City Board of Education temporarily banned all municipal college teams from playing at Madison Square Garden, where most of the fixed games took place, and the scandal stench lingered long beyond 1951. When Big East Commissioner Dave Gavitt brought his conference to the Garden for the league's 1983 tournament, it marked the first college hoops sellout in the game's mecca since 1948. So long-reaching was the taint of that shame, Kentucky's Bill Spivey died in Costa Rica, a practical exile after he not only was run out of the college game, he was banned from the NBA, too. Sherman White, who was leading the nation in scoring when he admitted to his role while playing for LIU, spent 8 months in Rikers and made a career out of selling windows. Gene Melchiorre, the first pick of the 1951 NBA draft, also never played a minute in the league. He was banned for shaving points while playing for Bradley.